Did you know you can fix almost any Toyota issue without spending money? Today, you will discover the secret button that local mechanics hide from you. Toyota owners spend about $500 a year at mechanic shops. 90% of those visits are completely unnecessary. The manuals hide vital functions to make you rely on official service. Today, you're going to learn how to fix your car using one finger. Number 1. The hidden rear window function. Let us start with the rear window mystery. We all know the button with 3 curved arrows on the console. It clears ice from the rear glass in winter. There is no news for you so far, but this button hides a very useful secret function. On models like the Corolla or RAV4, it does something else. It also activates heating elements in the side mirrors. Have you ever driven in really heavy rain? The mirrors get covered in drops, and you see absolutely nothing. Under those conditions, you cannot see cars next to you. Driving blind is a deadly hazard on the highway. Many people pull over to wipe them with dirty hands. You just need to press the rear glass button. In a few seconds, your side mirrors will be completely dry. It is a simple detail that could save your life. And all because nobody explained this dual function. Imagine leaving work very late at night. There is dense fog and the cold is really unbearable. You get in your car and quickly start the engine. The rear glass button does all the work for you. It has an internal timer that turns it off later. You do not have to worry about burning the tiny wires. It is Japanese engineering designed for your safety and comfort. But that is not the worst part. Number 2, the accelerator diagnostic menu. Now let us talk about the famous pedal dance. It sounds like a bad joke, but it actually works. Many Toyotas have a diagnostic menu hidden in their brain. The pedal dance is used to clear annoying errors. It involves turning the ignition on without starting the main engine. Then, you press the gas pedal several times quickly. The car enters an advanced self-diagnostic mode. This lets you erase minor errors from the electronic memory. You can also view fault codes on the main dashboard. Mechanics know this trick perfectly well at all times. They prefer you stay in the dark to charge you more. Clearing a code is easy money for all of them. A friend was once desperate with his Hilux truck. He had a check engine light on the front panel. I taught him the pedal dance and he tried it nervously. The light vanished in a matter of a few seconds. He almost paid $100 for a basic OBD scanner. The pedal dance is almost a secret ritual among owners. Toyota forums talk a lot about this neat trick. Each model has its own specific timing combination. Sometimes you have to press the pedal 3 times fast. Other times you must wait 5 seconds between hard presses. If you search online for your exact model, you will find it. It is a way to communicate directly with the central engine. The car answers by flashing the dashboard light. Long flashes are tens and short ones are units. That is how you read the error code without expensive tools. If it flashes 4 long and 2 short, it is 42. With that number, you look up the fault on your phone. Mechanics charge top dollar to read those simple flashes. You can do it for free in your own garage. Now comes the one that really hurts your wallet. Number 3. When to disable stability control. The third trick is about the stability control. In Toyota vehicles, it is known by the acronym VSC. It is a safety system that saves countless lives today. It keeps the car straight if you lose steering control. It works by braking individual wheels very precisely. It also reduces engine power automatically without any warning. It is invisible, but stops you from rolling into a ditch. However, there are times you must disable it immediately. If you drive in deep snow, it can be your worst enemy. The system cuts the power and you get totally stuck. Pressing that button lets you keep the heavy car moving. That way, you escape the mud without calling an expensive tow. But you must always use this button with extreme caution. Turn it off only when you understand what you are doing. It can get you in trouble if you drive fast on curves. Let me tell you another story about the stability system. A young guy bought a beautiful and fast, sporty Corolla. He wanted to test it on a road full of tight curves. He turned off the system thinking it would be like a game. On the first curve, the car lost rear traction. He ended up in a ditch with a destroyed bumper. The button was there to protect him from his own lack of skill. That is why I say you must respect it at all times. What is coming next is the most important part of the video. Number 4. The automatic transmission reset. Let us discuss the memory of your Toyota automatic transmission. We are entering very sensitive territory for your wallet. A modern transmission has a highly advanced electronic brain. This brain learns your personal driving style every single day. If you accelerate hard, the gearbox shifts very late. If you drive very smoothly, the shifts happen much sooner. The problem arises when you buy a used Toyota. You inherit the driving style of the previous car owner. Many times that style does not match your usual habits. The good news is you can reset this memory. The process is very simple in many current models. You turn on the ignition without starting the car engine. You press the gas pedal to the floor for about 15 seconds, then you simply turn off the car and remove the key. The control unit instantly erases the old patterns completely. Your automatic gearbox goes back to behaving like brand new. A client hated his Camry because it shifted terribly. I showed him this trick and the car improved immediately. It was not a broken gearbox, but old electronic memory. Toyota automatic transmissions are always the most durable ones. But they are also very sensitive to bad daily habits. If you drive in heavy traffic every single day, the gearbox learns to make slow and very lazy shifts. When you hit the highway, the car feels very sluggish. It seems the engine lacks the power to pass anyone. Doing this reset is like giving your car strong vitamins. It regains the agility it had when it left the dealership. Shops will tell you the transmission fluid is too old. They will charge you hundreds of dollars for an unnecessary change. Always try the electronic memory reset first. You will be amazed at how much the throttle response changes. This next point is the one nobody tells you about. Number 5. System reboot with the physical key. System reset using the simple physical key. Current cars are like large computers on wheels. Sometimes they freeze for no logical or apparent reason. The solution is to reboot them manually in your garage. This trick works on cars that have a physical key. You turn the key to the on position on the dashboard. You wait for the dashboard lights to turn off by themselves. Then, you return the key to the initial off position. You must not start the engine at any point during this. You repeat this process several times in a row without pausing. You force the electronic modules to recalibrate all on their own. A client brought his Yaris with a crazy dashboard. All the warning lights were on at the exact same time. It looked like a Christmas tree full of system errors. We tried this reboot and all errors disappeared fast. The car returned to normal in just a few minutes. He almost spent $1,000 on a new dealer module. Pay close attention to the next trick because it is vital. Number 6. The traction control secret. The traction control button is a massive mystery. It features a picture of a car leaving swerving tire tracks. In Toyota models, you will see it as TRAC off. Many people think it is meant for playing race car driver. The truth is, it stops the wheels from spinning freely. It is a lifesaver when it rains or there is black ice. So you might wonder why I am including it here today. Sometimes the best thing you can do is turn it off fast. Even though it sounds contradictory, this makes total logical sense. When you are stuck in sand, the system holds you back. It detects the slip and cuts the main engine power. The result is that you do not move a single inch forward. If you turn it off, the wheels spin completely freely. You can rock the car back and forth to escape the sand pit. Someone called a tow truck because they were stuck in mud. The tow operator just pushed that tiny little button. The car rolled right out without any extra engine effort. The driver paid $150 for his massive ignorance. Traction control uses the ABS brake sensors. It measures the speed of each wheel individually. If one wheel spins faster than the rest, it will act. It understands the tire is slipping on slick ground. It brakes that wheel and takes away the main engine power. In deep snow, this becomes a very deadly trap. You need the wheels to spin to dig through loose snow. You need to find the hard asphalt located deep underneath. If the system brakes the wheels, you will remain trapped there. By turning it off, the engine gives you all its massive power. The wheels will throw the snow into the air rapidly. The car will slowly inch forward until escaping the terrible trap. It is a button you must remember during harsh winters. But that is not the worst part. Number 7. Proper use of air recirculation. Let us talk about the air conditioning recirculation system. It is the button with the outline of a closed car. It has a curved arrow spinning inside of it. It is a mystery that almost nobody tries to truly understand. Its purpose is to stop outside air from coming in. It recirculates the air already inside the closed cabin. The real trick is knowing when to use it intelligently. In the summer heat, you should use it with the AC. The system will cool air that is already very cold. The temperature drops much faster inside the hot car. The compressor works less, and you save a lot of fuel on trips. The ride will be much more comfortable for all passengers. In winter, it helps you heat up the car much sooner. But you should not leave it on for too long on the road. The air gets stale and the windows fog up quickly. It also saves you from breathing thick truck exhaust. It is just like closing the window of your own safe house. Your car cabin filter suffers a great deal all the time. If you let street air inside constantly, the filter will fill with heavy dust in just a few weeks. Recirculation helps this filter last much longer. The air inside is already clean and heavily filtered, but you must be very careful on really long road trips. If 4 people travel, the oxygen is consumed very rapidly. Carbon dioxide increases and makes you very sleepy. Falling asleep at the wheel is a very real danger today. Turn the button off for 10 minutes every half hour. Let fresh air in to renew all the oxygen inside. Then, you can turn it back on to keep the ideal climate. Now comes the one that really hurts your wallet. On number 8, full throttle mode for flooded engines. Meet the full throttle acceleration mode for starting the engine. It sounds like a movie trick, but it is very real always. Many Toyotas hide a very secret special starting mode. It helps when the engine is flooded with raw gasoline. You can fix it without even opening the car hood. Hold the gas pedal completely pressed down to the floor. While doing this, turn the key to crank the engine. The computer understands the engine is choking on gas. It automatically cuts fuel supply to the small injectors. It allows only clean air to enter all the cylinders. This quickly burns away the pooled gasoline residue. The engine starts sounding much more stable than before. After a few seconds, it will start completely normally. Many people call a tow truck for this stupid issue. The solution was resting under their right shoe all along. Repair shops never tell you this small and valuable secret. They make great money charging diagnostics for flooded engines. Let us talk more about engines flooded with fresh fuel. This happens often if you start the car for 1 minute. For example, just moving it from the garage to the street. The engine never gets to warm up properly. The injectors send a lot of gas because the motor is cold. If you shut it off quickly, the fuel remains heavily pooled. The next day you try to start and the car fails totally. The exhaust pipe smells very strongly of pure gasoline. The engine cranks, but there is no strong internal explosion. The pedal to the floor instantly shuts off the injectors. The engine pumps clean air and dries the soaked spark plugs. It is a brilliant trick from the Toyota brand engineers. And the best part is, you need zero tools to do it. What is coming next will save you a lot of money. Number 9. How to silence parking sensors. The annoying beeps from your rear parking sensor. These sensors are great in very tight and difficult spaces, but those annoying beeps can always be silenced at will. There is a specific button to turn off this irritating noise. It seems silly, but makes practical sense when driving. Imagine pulling into a modern automatic car wash tunnel. The car detects the large brushes as a massive wall. It starts beeping wildly, and you get very nervous. Or when you are towing a small trailer in the back, the sensors go crazy detecting the trailer every second. Turning off the sensors gives you control over your car. You avoid a symphony of beeps that drives you totally crazy. Some people cover the sensors with black electrical tape at home. That button exists in your Toyota for a very good reason. This next point is the one nobody tells you about. Number 10. Downhill Assist Control, DAC. The assistant for very dangerous and slippery steep hills. It is one of the most ignored buttons by all of us. You find it on models like the RAV4 and Tacoma. It features a drawing of a car going down a small hill. In Toyota, it is known by the acronym DAC. It does exactly what its name suggests without ever failing. It controls the car on very steep and muddy descents. Many believe it is only meant for extreme mountain trails. The reality is it saves you in the big city as well. Driving down a steep, wet street is quite dangerous. The system uses the brakes completely intelligently always. It maintains a low speed without you touching the pedal. It prevents the brake rotors from heating up too fast. You get far less wear on the front brake pads. It is like having an invisible co-pilot braking for you. Pay close attention to the next trick, because it is vital. Number 11. The truth about the start-stop system. Let us talk about the button that disables auto start-stop. This system shuts off the engine at every red traffic light. For many, it is a green invention that saves gasoline. For others, it is a punishment that slowly breaks the car. It wears out the starter motor and damages the main battery. The secret is to use it very strategically every day. On long trips with few stops, leave it on without fear. But in the city, with many traffic lights, turn it off immediately. Many Toyotas have a button to turn off this modern feature. Almost nobody touches this button in their normal daily life. Turning it off saves the most expensive parts of your engine. A client replaced his battery exactly every 2 years. I taught him to disable the system in the crowded city. The battery was absolutely not of poor quality at all. The problem was the constant stress of always starting the engine. A normal car starter motor is quite small in size. It is designed to start the car about 4 times daily. With the system on it, can start 100 times a day easily. Engineers claim the parts are heavily reinforced nowadays, but the reality is they suffer huge and real wear. Replacing a starter motor at a shop is very expensive. The labor is costly because it hides deep down below. Furthermore, The battery must be a very special type. They are deep cycle batteries that cost triple the price. If you disable the system, both mechanical parts will last longer. The tiny gas savings do not pay for future expensive repairs. But that is not the worst part. Closing. The real problem comes when you ignore these tricks and pay mechanic fortunes. Knowing your Toyota is the best money-saving tool available today. These tiny buttons prevent very expensive shop visits every single year. If this saved you a trip to the shop, helps a lot. And if you want to know why your Toyota burns oil, watch the next video. Master your machine before your mechanic fully masters your wallet. QO.